Welcome to the fourth round of the MultiClass Monthly Championship. In this video, we'll first discuss what happened last round and how it was handled. Then, we'll move on to the usual by mentioning specifics for this race, and we'll finish with the showcase laps. Last round saw the race end prematurely as an unknown issue led to TXadmin forcing a server restart around 27 minutes into the race. We were presented with three options for how to handle the situation. The first was to host a new race starting from current positions, which was quickly ruled out with how much of a headache this would have been to organize on the fly, especially when so many players left after the initial shutdown. Our second option was to scour every VOD available to find the most up-to-date leaderboard before the server shut down and manually enter every relevant data point for all of the 75 players. Our last option was to simply use the results from qualification. After careful consideration, we have decided to opt for the latter, while only giving out a fourth of the usual points for the round. Indeed, the current race positions are volatile, as some players were using fuel-saving strategies that put them lower in the rankings while giving them an advantage later in the race. Moreover, it was observed that multiple players were having issues regarding refueling, or simply their fuel being stuck to a certain level during the race. We know this decision won't be able to please everyone, but we believe it to be the more representative option from the cards that were laid down on the table. The track featured in this round is a brand new track that was finished with the express intent of being used in the MultiClass Monthly Championship. Young Brighthawk had been sitting on the layout of Piriformis for more than 2 years before we egged him on to finish it for the snow round. That's right, this month's round will be entirely in the snow. For the sake of clarity, the weather you need to use if you wish to practice is called Xmas Snow. This month, we will be racing with the three following cars. In Class 1, we have the Mesos Rallye. This car is already quite slidey in the dry and requires a lot of throttle control to get around the corners. Add snow to the equation, and it just gets even harder. In Class 2, we have the Cognoscenti Cabrio. With its balanced handling, this car should prove to be enjoyable to drive in the snow, where you need to be patient with your inputs. Finally, in Class 3, we have the Rhapsody. This compact grocery getter may just get you from point A to point B if you manage to brake in time. When entering the pits, exercise caution and be aware of players around you as they may brake for the hairpin. In order to refuel, you must come to a complete stop while inside of the refueling zone. The refueling zone ends at the checkpoint right before rejoining onto the track. Once you stop, wait a split second and your car should start refueling. We recommend stopping as far into the pit lane as you can, looking at the map and moving your camera in a way that lets you see more of the track. Once again, exercise caution when exiting the pits. That's it for the specifics, so I'll let you enjoy the showcase laps, starting with the Mesos.